Good evening, everyone. How about the class of 2020, huh? I'm Dr. Dennis M. Vespi, and I hold the great honor of being the superintendent of schools for Gloucester City. And it gives me great pleasure to welcome everyone tonight and everyone that's watching via the stream or Channel 19. But it's not just about graduation tonight. Although tonight is a great ceremony full of esteem and memories for these 8th graders, tonight's also a symbol. It's a symbol of what can happen when people persevere, when people refuse to let difficult times keep them down. It's a symbol of what a community can do and will do when they pull together and refuse to let bad times keep them down. That's what this class represents. That's what this ceremony represents. But that's what everybody here in this stadium, over at Cold Springs, and that are watching on stream and Channel 19 in this city and community represent. So, to the class of 2020, let this be a symbol to carry you on for the rest of your lives. When tough times happen, it's okay to get frustrated. It's okay to vent, but you dust yourself off, you pick yourself up, and you keep marching on. Because you have family, you have community, you have friends, and together you can conquer anything. So again, class of 2020, congratulations. With that said, it gives me great pleasure to bring up Miss Brianna Weimer for the flag salute.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please sit. And please welcome my fellow classmate, Jason Chiotti.
Hello everyone, I'm Jason Chiotti. I'm the Student Council President. As I stand here today, I can't help but think how long we've all known each other. Many of us have been going to school together since pre-K3 11 years ago. We participated in many activities throughout these years: spring concerts, assemblies, class trips, clubs, and sports, just to name a few. Today we celebrate together the achievement of 8th grade graduation. Today is a celebration of our many accomplishments. We left our classes on March 16th and never returned. We were quietly thrown into a completely new experience called online learning. This transition may not have been easy at first, but with the help of our teachers, families, and each other, we all worked hard and rose to the challenge. This is only the beginning when it comes to challenges. Over the next 4 years, we'll be faced with many obstacles. We must remind ourselves and each other that it is okay to struggle, but failure is not an option. On behalf of the 8th grade class of 2020, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the teachers and staff that have helped us to become the young men and women that we are today. I'd also like to thank our principal, Ms. Holmstrom, Assistant Principal, Ms. Gersick, and Ms. Foley, Superintendent Dr. Vespi, and the Board of Education for doing everything possible to make this graduation ceremony special for the 8th graders. Finally, I'd like to thank our families for their love and support over the years. We may not say thank you enough, but we do appreciate everything you do for us. Class of 2020, I congratulate you on all your success and look forward to what the future holds. Now I'd like to call up my classmate, Olivia George.
Good evening, teachers, staff, family, and most importantly, my fellow graduating class. We started our middle school journey in one building, and we have ended our journey during a pandemic. I'm pretty sure that makes our class the most unique, if you ask me. My name is Olivia George, President of National Junior Honor Society, and it is an honor to have the opportunity to speak at our graduation. I look back at these 5 years and smile. Sandwiching our time together, starting out our 4th grade year at Mary Ethel Costello to our final days at Gloucester City Middle School has been nothing short of an adventure. As we all have had so much time recently, I spent my time thinking about our time together as we begin to inch closer to our end at GMS. I've spent time reflecting about this school, the staff, the students, and the moments. Looking back, we were given great opportunities both academically and athletically. It will be moments that will carry us on to our next journey. Moments like being able to start the Pink Out tradition in 2018, which had carried out to this year. Our first field day walk down Market Street to Cold Springs, playing football all day before Thanksgiving break, and the excitement of the move to our new Gloucester City Middle School. Spending all day doing the Mad Scientist Lab with Mr. Latanzio, and for me, being part of the first field hockey championship for GMS. These moments are just a few that represent the fun-filled learning experience that our teachers work so hard to make happen for us on a daily basis. To the staff at Gloucester City Middle School, thank you. Thank you for never giving up on any of us. Thank you for being there for us during this unprecedented time. Thank you for being you. I would like to take the opportunity to thank a few people. First, Ms. Carchidi. Thank you for always inspiring me to be better than I am, to not let anyone settle for average, knowing that I can do so much more. You have been such an inspirational support, and I hold that deeply to my heart. Mr. E, thank you for always going above and beyond for us. Your dedication to the student body is not overlooked, and I'm pretty sure I can speak for many. During this time away from normal school activity, your Friday trivia Zoom sessions were a refreshing opportunity for us to get together and interact with our friends. It got to a point where my dad was asking, "Are we playing trivia today?" Lastly, I want to thank my family, my mom, my dad, and my brother. When I fall, you pick me up. When I succeed, you're my first one to cheer me on. You're forever in my corner and my ultimate support systems. For that, I thank you and I love you. To my graduating classmates, it went by so fast. I hope with all my heart you cherish these moments like I did. There's a universal truth: we have to face everything that eventually ends. But like a good book, when one chapter ends, another begins. Today we say our goodbye to GMS, and as Winnie the Pooh would say, how lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. Congratulations to my classmates, and I look forward to our next chapter. Thank you, and now I would like to welcome GHS Principal, Mr. Sean Gorman.
Good evening. It's an honor to be speaking here tonight. I couldn't be any more excited to welcome you to the Gloucester High family. As you look ahead at both the exciting and uncertain time ahead of us, here are a few points of advice. Number one, self-leadership and self-discipline are more important in our lives than ever before. I wish that I could provide you with every detail about what your freshman year is going to look like. But we don't know what September is going to look like. We do know this: you will have to be more committed every day to your own success than any freshman class that has come before you. Every day, do what's right instead of what's easy. Do what's right instead of what others are doing. Do what's right for you today and for you who you want to become in 25 years. Number two, recognize the interconnectedness of human spirits. Some modern developments, phones, video games, and now COVID, have tried to separate us more than ever as we see each other through screens and we hear each other through headphones. Don't ever underestimate or lose sight of the power of a handshake, a pat on the back, a hug, a smile. Just physically being with each other. They say, when we lift our head and smile at a stranger, that person ceases to be a stranger for a moment in time and becomes a friend. That is powerful. And number three, there are two conversations that we all engage in. Conversations with others and conversations with ourselves. The most important conversations that we have are the conversations we have with ourselves. Know yourself, believe in yourself, challenge yourself, and be kind to yourself. Congratulations on your graduation. Enjoy this accomplishment and make sure to thank your wonderful families and teachers and anyone else who led you here. There is no finish line in life. The marathon continues. I look forward to running alongside you for the next 4 years. At this time, it is my honor to welcome 3 of the most outstanding Lions I've been blessed to know. Seniors Darren Cooney, AJ Parent, and Nikki Brandt. Please welcome them with me.
Good evening. I don't know how I'm going to beat that. First of all, I want to congratulate you and welcome you to the next chapter of your life. When joining this family, you're not part of it for 4 years. You're part of this family for life. Never take anything for granted. Your last anything in that school can happen before you know it. My classmates and I did not think that our last day would be any other day than June 11th. This will be one of the greatest times in your life. You will find your lifelong friends and you will find out who you really are. When walking out of that door in 4 years,
attributes that the lion embodies. The attributes include being a leader, having courage, protecting one another, fighting, a hunter, a nurturer, and having courage. You have shown that you are the king of the jungle, a leader. You have made blankets for chemo patients, cleaned gardens, organized food drives, and collected socks. You are brave in the choices you make and fighting for the opportunities, not just for today, but every day. Continue to fight in order to overcome and seek those opportunities. You have protected our den. You did this by wiping out anyone who challenged us athletically through our incredible field hockey, track, soccer, and basketball seasons. You are willing to fight. You fight for what you believe in, and you fight for those who are hurt and need your protection. You are a hunter. You hunt to find what makes you happy, not what others feel is defined as success, but to hunt to find your own success. Lion, continue to hunt to make dramatic changes in your path. Do the right thing, even if it may not be the easy thing. Lions, you are nurturers, because lions nurture their young, and there is no better evidence than that of the parents, grandparents, families, friends who have supported you along the way. To all of you in the bleachers, those at Cold Springs, and those watching from home, we thank you. I must add that our staff faculty has played a strong role to guide you in our den. Thank you for sharing your knowledge, passion, and gift of teaching. You are awesome and resilient collection of dedicated professionals that demonstrate day in and day out that you have protective instincts and you have provided our students with a challenging and safe place to excel and succeed. You never wavered in your commitment to our students, and I thank you for that. Lions, you will think back to this time when you move on and remember these teachers who have made such an impact, much like I do. I had a third grade teacher, Ms. Schrader, who was instrumental in my life. This past year, I shared with our students that I struggled as a child. I shared with them a difficult time I had had in my own life when I lost my older sister, Denise. I was in Ms. Schrader's third grade class. With so much going on, I simply fell behind in school, and reading for me became very hard. I distinctly remember trying to push myself to just get through chapter books, and many times I just simply closed the book. But Ms. Schrader would make me open it up and try again. She would find the hardest words to make me pronounce them. And then one day, like a mean prank, she announced that the dreaded word, we were having an oral report. I wanted to crawl under a rock and hide, and I had to choose a poem to memorize. I was petrified at the thought. I was just learning how to read, and now I had to recite alone in front of everyone. But Ms. Schrader believed in me, her expectations were high, and she expected me to do my best because I had no choice. When I went looking for that poem, it was a short one, I picked up what would become one of my favorite books, Where the Sidewalk Ends by author Shel Silverstein, and I proceeded to memorize the poem Sick. It seemed appropriate. But in discovering this book, I found many poems, so let me share my favorite. Listen to the mustn'ts, child. Listen to the don'ts. Listen to the shouldn'ts, the impossibles, the won'ts. Listen to the never haves, and listen close to me. Anything can happen, child. Anything can be. In closing, Mr. Gorman, these lions are ready to enter high school. They hold all the attributes I described as a lion, and they are prepared, and they are willing to, like Tom Cook said, scale the wall. And my 8th graders, as you stand on top of that wall looking down, remember Shel Silverstein, who said, anything can happen, anything can be. Congratulations to the class of 2020, and as always, go Lions. I wanted to take a moment to recognize our staff faculty members who are retiring from our school this year. I wanted to first congratulate Ms. Kathy Brandt, who served our students for 25 years in Gloucester City in both the Early Education Center and most recently to GMS. To Dr. Birch, who is a 43-year veteran teacher, she received her doctorate from Rowan recently and has served us both in the high school and at GMS. And finally, our last retiree this year is Ms. Modalise. She has served our students for 37 years, and of those years, she spent 6 in deaf education in Georgia and here at Gloucester. Congratulations to these retired Lions. We are forever grateful for your service, for your combined over 100 years of service. We will always hold a special place in our hearts, and we wish you the best of luck in your retirement. We thank you. Now this is my favorite part. Dr. Vespi, it gives me great pleasure to present to you the class of 2020, who I certify has met all the academic requirements set forth by the Gloucester City Board of Education and the state of New Jersey, and who are now ready to be graduated. Miss Foley, let's do that.
Good evening, parents, family, and friends. My name is Sarah Foley. I'm the assistant principal to oversee this fine graduating 8th grade class, and it's a pleasure to be with you tonight. At this time, I will present the 8th grade certificates. Christian Adams. Edward Adamski. Brian Bartley. Jacqui Nicky. Jason Chiotti. You don't want me to. Sebastian Sercone. Shakri Copeland. Aiden Daly. Nathan Darpino. Justice Dolson. Aaliyah Connor. Annabelle Conley. Keely Chow. Chrismelly Castro. Jessica Carr. Sarah Bukowski. Davany Bryant. Trinity Brennan. Maya Barringer. Joanne Bacon. Rylan Doherty. Justin Duffy. Eddie Elwell. Damir Finley. John Gallagher. Brian Galman. Alvin Garcia. Jaden Garris. Johnny Gerber. Keith Hannon. Olivia George. Tanya Garcia. Caitlin Foley. Natalie Florich. Savannah Egan. Kayla Eberly. Juliana Dunn. Christina Desrocher. Olivia DeLuca. Natalie Corsello. Joshua Herbert. Jaron Walker. Nathaniel Johnson. Khalil Khan. Dylan Kiefrider. Darnell Lane. Adrian Lifstead. Michael Light. Brian Long. Joseph McDonald. Alexandria McDowell. Trinity Love. Gracie Levins. Jayla Jordan. Nevaeh Jones. Skylar Jankowski. Riley Hunter. Valerie Hatterer. Sarah Harding. Denia Green Muhammad. Tyler Malinowski. Robert McDowell. Angel Medina. Mark Medina. Colin Morrell. Ibn Obi. Elder Ocampo. Benjamin Quant. Jaheim Reddick. Jonathan Sharp. Kozar Rahman. Marissa Powell. Zamira Parrish. Natalie Parent. Aubrey Needsbiotic. Mackenzie Nardelli. Isabella Miller. Jaden Medler. Kate McElry. Natalie McDowell. Shane Silvestro. Anantilo Serafin. Jacob Spots. Joshua Sylvester. Joel Shahusky. Kevin Wall. Justin Willis. Maddox Zane. Brianna Weimer. Jaden Welsh. Ana Villatoro Zelaya. Liana Vasquez. Sydney Varelli. Victoria Serrano. Amani Santos. Marissa Rusk. Lena Rieger Martinez. Carolina Ramos Mendez. Thank you, graduates. At this time, I'd like to invite Mrs. Neural Grisick to the podium.
At this time, I would like to recognize our 8th grade National Junior Honor Society members. If you are a National Junior Honor Society member, will you please stand? Can we give a round of applause for our 8th grade National Junior Honor Society members? Thank you for your service. You may be seated. At this time, I would like to recognize our 8th grade student council members. If you are an 8th grade student council member, please stand. Please give a round of applause for our 8th grade student council members. Thank you for your service. You may be seated. At this time, I would like Mrs. Holmstrom to come to the podium. She is going to announce our academic honors and our award recipients.
I have the privilege of announcing our academic award winners. When I announce your name, please stand and remain standing. For the highest average in math, Olivia Carpenter and Anna Lee Cruz. For the highest average in science, Rylan Doherty. For the highest average in history, Olivia Carpenter, Rylan Doherty, Justin Duffy, Zoe Pangburn, Anna Villatora Zelaya, and Patrick Weisenberger. For the highest average in English language arts, Olivia Carpenter. For the highest average in art, Trinity Brennan, Juliana Dunn, Savannah Egan, Michaela Pangburn, Zoe Pangburn, and Anna Villatora Zelaya. For the highest average in music, Carolina Ramos Mendez, Jacob Spotts, and Brianna Weimer. For the highest average in a foreign language, Maya Berenger, Olivia Carpenter, Jasmine Herrera Morales, Zoe Pangburn, Samira Parrish, Victoria Serrano, and Kevin Wall. For the highest average in STEAM, Patrick Weisenberger and Rylan Doherty. For the highest average in physical education and health, Chris Malley Castro, Annabelle Conley, Nathan Darpino, Justin Duffy, Natalie Florich, Jaden Gardner, Olivia Jord, Ryan Hancock, Brian Long, and Joel Shahusky. You may be seated. I now have the honor of announcing our special awards. For the Athlete of the Year, Kevin Wall, Michael Light, and Jacqueline McDowell. Please stand. Our Citizenship Award, Rylan Doherty and Olivia Carpenter. Our Perseverance Award, Savannah Egan and Joel Shahusky. Our Unsung Hero Award, Gracie Levins, Justice Stolson, Maya Berenger, and Colin Morrell. For Most Improved, Josh Sylvester and Olivia DeLuca. Our Performing Arts Award, Brianna Weimer. Our School Spirit Award, Jason Chiotti. Our Achievement Award, Nevaeh Jones. Our Lions Roar Award, Casey DeLuca. For the President's Award for Educational Excellence, Maya Berenger, Olivia Carpenter, Chris Malley Castro, and Rylan Doherty. The President's Award for Educational Achievement, Cadence Avant, Justin Duffy, Ryan Hancock, Olivia George, Sarah Harding, Zoe Pangburn, Victoria Serrano, Daniel Suarez, Heaven Valentin, Anna Villatora Zelaya, and Jaden Welsh. Please be seated. For the GMS Outstanding Student Award, Olivia George and Jacob Spots. As is with tradition, a student who has not yet graduated wears the tassel of his or her cap on their right side. However, once graduation is confirmed, the graduate moves the tassel to the left side, indicated that they have indeed graduated. Therefore, in recognition of your accomplishments, I now ask that the Gloucester City Middle School class of 2020 please rise and face your families. Dear Gloucester City Middle School family and friends, may I present to you the graduated class of 2020.
Lions, all your hard work has finally paid off, and you are moving on to the next phase of your education. Go out and be brilliant. And as always, go Lions!